Welcome to Smart Dollar Mindset, the channel dedicated to helping you achieve financial freedom through smart money habits and investing. Today we're tackling one of the most common questions people ask when they're overwhelmed with debt. Should I use the Debt Snowball method or the Debt Avalanche method? If you're in debt, you're not alone. Millions of people are trying to figure out how to pay off credit cards, student loans, car payments, and medical bills. But what separates those who actually become debt-free from those who stay trapped for years often comes down to the method they choose to attack their debt. In this video, we're going to break it all down. We'll explore how the snowball and avalanche methods work, the psychology behind each one, the math that drives the results, and which strategy might be best for you depending on your personality and financial situation. Stick around until the end, because not only will you learn how to finally take control of your debt, but you'll also walk away with a plan to choose the right method and stay motivated until you're debt-free. The Debt Snowball method is simple but powerful. With the snowball approach, you list your debts from the smallest balance to the largest balance, regardless of interest rate. Then, you pay minimum payments on all debts except the smallest one. On that smallest debt, you throw every extra dollar you can find. Once the smallest debt is gone, you roll the payment you were making on it into the next smallest debt, and so on, until you're debt-free. It's called a snowball because it starts small, but as you knock out one debt after another, the freed up payments build momentum, just like a snowball rolling down a hill and getting bigger. For example, let's say you have 3 debts, a $500 medical bill, a $2,000 credit card, a $10,000 student loan. With the snowball method, you'd pay off the $500 medical bill first. That quick win gives you confidence and motivation. Then you roll the money you were paying on that debt into the $2,000 credit card. Once that's gone, you attack the $10,000 student loan with even more money than before. This method works not because it's the most mathematically efficient, but because it's psychologically powerful. Humans thrive on quick wins. When you see progress, you're more likely to stick with the plan. The avalanche method, on the other hand, takes a different approach. Instead of paying off the smallest balances first, you pay off the debts with the highest interest rates first. From a purely mathematical perspective, the avalanche method saves you the most money in interest and helps you get out of debt faster overall. Using the same example, a $500 medical bill at 2% interest, a $2,000 credit card at 20% interest, a $10,000 student loan at 6% interest. With the avalanche method, you'd attack the credit card first because it has the highest interest rate. Then you'd move on to the student loan, and finally, the medical bill. This strategy doesn't give you the instant gratification of wiping out small balances quickly, but it does reward you with the greatest long-term financial savings. If you're highly disciplined and motivated by logic and numbers, avalanche is mathematically superior. Here's where it gets interesting: both methods work, but which one is better depends on you. If you're someone who struggles with motivation, the snowball might be your best bet. Knocking out that first debt, even if it's small, creates momentum. It gives you proof that debt freedom is possible. Many people need that psychological boost to keep going. If, on the other hand, you're a numbers-driven person who loves efficiency, the avalanche may be better. Watching the total amount of interest saved over time might motivate you more than small victories. The truth is, the best method is the one you'll actually stick with. Debt repayment is not just about numbers, it's about behavior, discipline, and psychology. Let's bring this to life with a real-world example. Imagine 2 friends, Alex and Maria, both with $15,000 in debt. Alex chooses the snowball method, starting with a $700 credit card balance, while Maria chooses the avalanche method, starting with a $5,000 high-interest personal loan. Alex pays off his first debt in 3 months. He feels excited, tells his friends, and doubles down on the next one. That early win builds unstoppable momentum. Maria, on the other hand, takes nearly a year before paying off her first debt. She knows logically she's saving more money on interest, but the lack of visible progress makes her feel stuck. Who succeeds? Both methods work if you stay consistent. But Alex is more likely to stick with it because he sees progress early on. Maria will only succeed if she has the discipline to push through that slower start. This is why so many financial experts say personal finance is more about behavior than math. The best method isn't the most logical, it's the one that keeps you in the game long enough to win. So, how do you decide which method to use? Start by asking yourself a few questions. Do you get motivated by quick wins and visible progress? If yes, choose the snowball. Do you care more about maximizing financial efficiency and saving money in the long run? If yes, choose the Avalanche. Do you struggle with discipline and need emotional reinforcement to keep going? Snowball is better for you. Are you a natural planner who enjoys optimizing numbers? Avalanche might be your path. Remember, there is no wrong choice here. Both strategies lead to debt freedom. What matters most is picking one and sticking with it. Now let's break this down into steps you can follow immediately. Step 1. List out all your debts, balance, interest rate, and minimum payment. Step 2. Decide if you're going Snowball or Avalanche. Don't overthink it, just choose. Step 3. Make minimum payments on everything except the debt you're focusing on. Step 4. Throw every extra dollar, side hustle money, bonuses, tax refunds, at your target debt. Step 5. Once that debt is gone, roll its payment into the next debt. Step 6. Keep repeating until you're debt-free. It's simple, but simplicity is what makes it effective. A lot of people fail at debt repayment because they don't have a system. They just pay what they can, when they can, and hope it eventually goes away. But hope isn't a strategy. The Snowball and Avalanche methods give you structure and focus, which are essential if you want to win. Think of it like running a marathon. If you just start running without a plan, you'll burn out halfway through. But if you follow a structured training plan, you pace yourself, build stamina, and cross the finish line. That's exactly how debt repayment works. It's also important to recognize the emotional side of debt. Debt isn't just numbers on a page, it affects your stress, your relationships, and even your health. The Snowball method acknowledges that by giving you emotional wins early. The Avalanche method acknowledges it by reducing long-term stress through financial savings. Whichever path you choose, you'll feel lighter with every debt you eliminate. Imagine the freedom of no longer owing credit card companies, of having your paycheck truly belong to you, of not waking up at night worrying about bills. That's the life you're working toward, and both methods will get you there. Final thoughts. So, which is better, the Debt Snowball or the Debt Avalanche? The real answer is this: whichever one keeps you consistent. Personal finance is deeply personal. What motivates one person might discourage another. The Snowball method wins on psychology, the Avalanche method wins on math, but both win on results if you stick with them. Don't waste time debating which is better. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Don't paralyze yourself with analysis. The biggest mistake you can make is doing nothing. The key to financial freedom is momentum, and momentum only comes from action. If you're in debt today, I challenge you to pick one method, write down your plan, and start this week. Imagine your life a year from now with several debts eliminated. Imagine your life 5 years from now with no debt at all. The stress will be gone, your income will be yours again, and you'll be free to start building wealth instead of constantly paying for the past. The Snowball and Avalanche aren't just methods, they're tools. Tools to help you break free, tools to help you rewrite your story, tools to help you take control of your financial destiny. And here's the bigger picture. Getting out of debt isn't just about money, it's about freedom. It's about building a life where you make choices based on what you want, not based on what you owe. It's about creating space to invest, to grow, and to truly live. So start today. Pick your method, stick with it, and refuse to quit until every debt is gone. Because once you're free from debt, the doors to wealth, security, and financial independence swing wide open. Thank you for watching Smart Dollar Mindset. If you found this video valuable, subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, and share it with someone who needs to hear this message. This channel is here to help you break free from debt, build lasting wealth, and achieve financial freedom through smart money habits and investing. Stay tuned, because this journey is just getting started.